Hello and welcome back to my channel. I'm Mrs. Swifty and this is another speed build. Now, first of all, I have to start with an apology because I actually forgot to start recording. So you'll see as we started this video that I've already built the outside and painted the walls and put the roofs on and everything. This build was a little bit inspired by the castle at Disneyland Paris. I think that's the Sleeping Beauty castle. It was just inspired by it. It's not a direct replica or anything, but I just sort of wanted to look something up for a bit of inspiration. As you can probably tell, it is a castle-ish build. As has been my trend with these speed builds, decided I wanted to build another community lot, another themed community lot. So I wanted somewhere for family gameplay, once again, that you could take your Sims, mostly your child Sims, or even, I suppose, teenage Sims. Or if you just fancy somewhere kind of fancy to take your adult Sims, you could totally come on a date here or something like that. But just somewhere a bit fun. It is a princess castle theme. So obviously it's not as big as an actual princess castle or anything like that. But it's a good sort of size, I think, for a restaurant. And I tried not to put too many tables in because if you ever have played the Dine Out pack on The Sims, you'll know that it runs really laggy and it's not very good. So we kind of needed to make sure that you need to put not too many tables in, otherwise you have to wait hours for your food. So it's not too huge, but I think it's big enough. I really like how this build turned out. I think it's really beautiful, and I particularly like the entrance area, which we'll get to in a minute. So I'm just doing a bit of landscaping. Obviously it needs to be well landscaped. At least looks very manicured because it's supposed to be sort of this posh banquet hall. I think I end up calling it Belle's Banquet Hall. It's not inspired by Beauty and the Beast, but I sort of thought it's princessy, and there's a bit of alliteration there with Belle and Banquet, so that's what I went for in the end. But yeah, so if you want to download this build and put it in your game, you absolutely can. It will be uploaded to the gallery. I think it is already uploaded to the gallery, actually. I will put the link to that down below, but you can also find it by searching my EA ID, which is Mrs. Rowe Swifty. So that's Mrs. and then R-O and then Swifty. So you can totally find that there and put it into your game if you want to play with it. I think this is would be really fun to have in my game. I might actually put it into my Black Widow Challenge Let's Play just for a bit of fun. So I might take one of my Sims here on a date. I just think it's a really fun little build. Yeah, so you can see I'm putting in a wedding arch at the back here because I wanted this to be able to be a wedding venue. I thought it would be a really cute place to get married, actually. Like this obviously is a very cute area back here. Lots of pink, lots of flowers. I put lots of lights around. It's very atmospheric. I think I do some screenshots later on in the dark so you can actually see it in the dark, and it looks really, really pretty. The only issue I think is I'm not 100% sure whether you can have restaurants as a wedding venue in The Sims 4. I feel like you can't, which case you might need to change this to a bar venue, which would work fine because there is a bar in here. I think the only thing you need to add for a bar venue is a television. I think you have to have. So what I usually do with that is if I want to make a wedding venue that I can use in the game, and I don't actually want my Sims to watch TV, because how annoying is that when your Sims are watching TV whilst you got your wedding going on? I'll just put a television in like in the loft, or in like in a room that the Sims can't actually access. So, and then it will fulfill the requirements of being a bar, but it won't actually have a TV in there that's going to distract your Sims and whatever. So it's a very tall build, this one, and we do end up putting in a small basement room, which is where I put the kitchen in the end. I struggled a little bit with getting the stairs in there, but I managed it in the end, because I wanted the sort of kitchen to be out of the way. I wanted it to be tucked away so the guests can't see it, but it's plenty big enough. It's got 2 chef stations, lots of bins and waiter stations and things down here, so it functions really well in the game. Yeah, so we're just finishing off the little basement bit here. Like I say, it is a very tall building. It goes all the way up, I think, as many floors as it's possible. And I actually used a platform at the top to make a round turret, which you'll see at the end if you didn't see at the beginning. So just starting work here on the bathrooms. I decided we're going to have a pink and a blue bathroom. They're both unisex toilets, so anybody can use them. But I just thought it'd be quite fun to have like one pink one and one blue one. So we obviously use the really fancy toilet and sink from, I think it's Get Famous, I think these are from. But I just thought that looked really cute, still atmospheric, put some decorations and things in there. Everything in here is really heavily themed. princessy fairy kind of fairy tale princess castle type theme. And yeah, I like I say, I'm really, really happy with this build. You'll see later on, it just kind of grows and gets just, I love it. It looks really, really good. So yeah, we got our pink and our blue bathrooms. And now I'm working on this special little atrium at the back. Oh, am I? Or am I just, no. Oh, I'm about to start on the entranceway. The entranceway, my favourite bit. So I sort of decided whether I was going to put some counters or tables, because actually all you need for the restaurant to function is that small little host table thingy, but I wanted something a bit more than that, so I put this little fairy statue in, and I think it looks amazing. I love it there. It looks perfect. It just totally goes with the theme, the princess fairy theme. And there we go. So we end up putting this archway from Romantic Garden stuff, I think it is, in the front here. I think it looks amazing. It's totally functional. You'll see later on we go into the build and do some like screenshots and a little bit of like in-game footage, and it does totally function, but it just looks so cool when you come in this little entranceway. We've got these little throne-like chairs in the pink, and just that little like alcove bit. Yeah, lots of candles. I put more lights and candles in the archway as well. Oh yeah, and then here we go. I'm putting in the wallpaper. I start off with this pink brick quite a lot of places, and I think I end up taking it out, and I think we've only got the pink brick at the front by the end. It took me a while to decide what kind of wallpaper I wanted, because I wanted it to look, well, I wanted it to look princessy. I wanted it to castle-y and fancy, but I didn't, yeah, I wasn't sure exactly how it was going to go. So I think we end up going for this striped number, except for in the centre where we have the marble, which I think is very cool. So that special little atrium at the back, I end up actually making it like deleting the ceiling and the floor, or the next floor up, so it's like a double height room, and I end up putting a like large table in there. So it's basically for special events like a birthday, or you know, some sort of special event for your Sims. If you were getting married here, you could come and have your meal there. It ends up really looking really cool. You'll see that in a minute, but here we are, just putting some more lights and things in the front entranceway. I think this looks so cool with all the fairy lights and candles. We put a lot of fairy lights and candles about the place just to kind of, yeah, make it all princessy and fairy-like, and yeah, really, really cool. I imagine this is a sort of place that you might find at somewhere like Disneyland or something like that. I did actually visit Disneyland for the first time, what was it, two years ago now, I think. Me and my husband went, and that was the first time I've ever been, so I absolutely loved it. It was wonderful. I absolutely loved it. It was just brilliant, and everything's so heavily themed, so this is the sort of place I imagine you would have there. I don't think they've got anything quite like this there, but I didn't go into the venue they've got specifically for like the princesses, so maybe they would have that. Maybe this would be a bit like that, but yes, I've just finished off that back room. I'm about to put in a bar. Like I said, there is a bar in this venue, so if you want to bring your Sims here just to have a drink instead of actually coming for like for a meal, then you absolutely can. I think it looks pretty cool over here. I put in a little seating area here as well, so you could have your, if you had a club or something like that, you could have your club meetings here. I thought that would be quite cool. It's a little kind of nook area. There's quite a few sort of private nook areas in this, and mostly owing to the shape of the build because of the turrets. So we've got this little room that you just very briefly saw there, which is, you can only access through an archway, and it's very private. You've obviously got the sort of atrium area at the back there. There's another small table here in this corner that's quite private, and then like I said, you've got that little armchair area next to the bar there, which is semi-private, I suppose. So yeah, I imagine this would be a great place to come on a date. I think I make the lot traits sort of like romantic, and I give it the whichever one, home chef or something like that, which makes the food good. So we put, like I say, we put lots of lights everywhere. I put a lot of these sort of butterfly lights as well, because I think that just really works with the theme. Lots of little fairy lights. There are wait stations downstairs, but I put one upstairs as well. I just wanted to make sure it was really functional. And this is the point when I just realised that I needed to put flooring on all of the parts of the build that you can see in through the archways, otherwise it looks very odd. And then you can see I deleted the ceiling and the floor. I actually have realised since that I deleted the ceiling and the floor and everything, but I had already put in a ceiling light in that room, so currently the ceiling light is hanging from nothing, so I do apologise for that. but if it bothers you in your game, then you'll have to put something in for the ceiling light to be hanging from, but I don't really mind too much. This is where I obviously put the basement in for the kitchen, and because we've got the house on a foundation, it raised up the flooring a little bit, so that was a bit annoying. I had to sort of smooth that out a bit. In here I'm just putting lights about the place. I put lots of little flower lights in the wedding area, and I decided to put all these like floor lights, spotlight thingies around just to light it up at night. I thought it looked really cool. I'm sort of imagining, yeah, like Disney castle type vibes. I thought that we should get it lit up at night time. I think it ends up looking really cool. And I actually put lights in the archways as well, so that it all just, I think the atmosphere works really well. It just looks really cool. So even if you come here at night, like over the evening for a meal, I think it looked pretty nice. So we've also got this little forest area behind the wedding venue. I actually decided to put this in just so that your pictures or video or whatever you wanted to take whilst your Sims were getting married would be quite nice and atmospheric, because you have this like little forest behind the archway where you're getting married and everything. Yeah, I think we're nearly done. Yeah. I was going to call it Princess Cordelia's banquet hall or whatever, but I didn't in the end. I went with Belle's banquet hall. So yeah, now we're into the tour. So I've populated it with some Sims just so we can see it in action, as it were. I love these front doors. I think they work perfectly. They remind me very much of the whole Beauty and the Beast theme. This is the entrance way. I'm going to zoom out a little bit. Yeah, I just love how that looks. Doesn't that look so cool? Can you imagine if you came here and you just walked in and saw this? Oh, so atmospheric. And you'll see as well the staff. I've got, obviously not the bartender, but the other staff members are all in like princess dresses or like knight's armour or stuff like that, which I thought was quite a little bit fun. Then we've got the Bjorksons, is that Bjorksons? I can never pronounce their name. Having a little date in the corner there. This is the special event atrium room. I think it looks so cool with those archways and the big chairs, the fancy table and everything. Really, really nice. Got some of my Sims over here having a meal. And another view of the entrance and our little nook room over here that you can have your nice little private meal if you wanted to. Yeah, I just love how this build turned out. It looks so atmospheric. Even the toilets, oh, there's somebody on the toilet there. Even the toilets look so cool, so themed. I just love it. I think we're just going to head over and look at the blue toilet now, and then we'll head down to the kitchen and then head outside. But yeah, so pretty, so pretty. And all the lights, very atmospheric. So yeah, it reminds me so much of my my visit to Disneyland. I absolutely loved it. It was like one of the best things. I was so excited to go, and yeah, I can't wait to now take my little girl when she's a bit older. She's only 1 or nearly 1 at the moment, so she's too young for now, but when she's a little bit older we will definitely take her and any siblings that she potentially might have by then, and yeah, I can't wait to go with them and show them everything. But I just love how this looks. It looks so cool, and even like lit up at night. You can see we're gonna go around. It looks so good. I'm really, really happy with the way it turned out. I know I keep saying that, but I really am. And even lit up at night. We're going around to the little wedding venue now, and yeah, I put lots of little candles around, lots of little flower lights in amongst the flowers. We've even got one of these like tiki torches, which I thought was quite cool. Yeah, I love it. We used quite a lot of Get Famous in this pack, and there are quite a few packs in here, I'll be honest, but if you have base game and Get Famous, I think you'll have most of it. You'll only be missing a few things. So thanks so much for watching, guys. Like I said, if you want to download this build, you can get it off the gallery, and if you want to see more speed builds, please comment down below. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Bye.